Welcome to Positive Atheism English channel. In continuation of the book People and Progress written by Sri Gora, today I will continue the first article in the book Revolutions in Religions and Atheism. It should be noted that there have always been two types of gods, the conventional type and the revolutionary type. The conventional type is attributed with more controlling power over man and therefore allows less freedom for human action. The revolutionary type, on the other hand, is regarded as less interfering and therefore it allows more freedom to man, enabling him to grow more moral. This essential difference between the two types of gods made the devotees of the revolutionary type look atheistic in the view of the devotees of the conventional type. Plato illustrated this important distinction in his account of the trial of Socrates. Meletus, the poet, accused Socrates of corrupting the youth of the city of Athens by teaching atheism. In his dignified defense, Socrates said, I do believe gods and am not entire atheist, but only they are not the same gods which the city recognizes. They are different gods. The difference between the two types of gods anytime furthered the atheistic outlook so much that it released free will sufficient to bring about a revolution in religious faith. Atheism, a motive force. Though atheism is the motive force for every revolution in religion, its passage has not been smooth. We have seen that religious faith breeds the feeling of subordination in man. Some people take advantage of this feeling of subordination and exploit and enslave fellow men for personal gain. Their vested interests get disturbed if people are liberated from subordination by the spread of atheism. So, the vested interests fight with atheism at all costs. They slander atheism and try their best to discredit it in the eyes of people. They use the power at their command to prosecute atheists. So, revolutions in religions have had to wade through the blood and tears of martyrs. The situation improves as atheism gains sufficient credit. Since belief in God was the chief controlling power contemplated by religious faith, encouragement of human freedom was at first recognized as anti-theism or atheism. But there are other beliefs too which subordinated man with as much severity as faith in God. Atheism has to fight them also. The belief in the existence of souls is another factor of significance in this context. Some sections of opinion do not believe in God, but they hold fast to belief in soul. The faith in the existence of souls has gathered round in the associated superstitions of rebirth, salvation, fatalism, doomsday, and other worlds. In the end, faith in the inexorability of karma due to rebirths stifled human free will as harshly as faith in divine dispensation. Modern atheism. Another belief that hampers civilizational progress by restraining free will is the doctrine of materialism. Marx was a heretic insofar as he denied the existence of God and soul. But in the place of an almighty God, he installed an almighty matter and subordinated human life to material conditions as passionately as spiritualists subordinated human life to the will of God or to the karma of previous births. In the modern age, religious faith has taken political and scientific turns. Political dictatorships demanded the obedience of the subjects to totalitarian states, and the hypothesis of the scientists of a law-bound cosmos question to the freedom of the free will with the devotion characteristic of religious fervor. Material conditions, political, state, social conventions, private property, and law-bound cosmos are no doubt real things and not imaginary ideas like God and souls. But all of them are alike in subordinating man to something considered superior to him, and they are equally inimical to human progress and moral growth. Atheism fights every one of them. So, in the full sense and in positive terms, atheism means the expression of the feeling of freedom in man, though atheism manifested itself at first in opposition to the belief in God and derived its name accordingly. Atheism goes by the names of anarchy and communism when it opposes the political tyranny and economic exploitation. Thus, Bruno and Galileo were apostatical when they opposed scientific superstition and championed the cause of free inquiry. Lenin was a communist when he opposed the economic exploitation of man by man. Gandhi was an anarchist when he opposed political imperialism. In fact, Every democrat is regarded as anarchist by mono-anarchist dictators and imperialists. Heretics, anarchists have to face the persecutions of their respective vested interests, for they are all atheists alike functioning in different fields. And we'll continue from here in the next episode again. Thank you.
For more videos, please subscribe to this channel Positive Atheism and activate the bell icon.